Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing this week's NFL schedule. We're in week 12. We're already like 2/3 of the way into the NFL season. I know it's a lot, but this is a very important week. We're really seeing who now is the playoff contenders and who's not, who's possible Super Bowl contenders, and everything in between. Teams are going to prove if they're pretenders or actual contenders. So this week is going to be very important. Also, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I might post a video tomorrow. Probably not. But we'll see what happens. So, yeah, hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. And we have 3 football games for tomorrow. All important games. First up, 12:30, we have the Packers at Lions. A traditional one. The Lions always play on Thanksgiving. Lions are looking pretty good right now. Had a very rough one against the Bears that they squeaked out because it's the Bears. With the Lions having David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs to use, they're using them pretty well. Just make sure Jared Goff doesn't throw another 3 interceptions, and they should be good. They're going to beat the Packers in this one, pretty easily. I would say the Packers have found to have it more of a flow, but it's just going to be the Lions in this one. Packers had a good win against the Chargers, though. And then you have the 4:30 game, Cowboys at home versus Commanders. Probably a lot of people are going to be eating around this time for this one. And this is a classic one. Washington versus Dallas is a classic Thanksgiving thing. Washington's not that good this year. I mean, Sam Howell's good. He's very much a bright spot on their team, but no one else is. But Brian Robinson looks solid. They lost to the Giants, though, so they're not looking that good. And the Cowboys are looking as good as they could possibly be at this point. Beating up on bad teams, and when they face good ones, they choke. Like, typical Cowboy style. And we know this. They're going to beat the Commanders. Yeah. Then the best game of the day probably is going to be at night, 8:20. You have the 49ers versus the Seahawks. Very intrigued for this one, because the Seahawks have struggled against the Rams. They've always struggled against the Rams, even the Jeff Fisher days and the Legion of Boom days for the Seahawks. Jeff Fisher's Rams always gave them problems, and it continues in this one. So the 49ers are on a roll. Ever since they picked up Chase Young, they've just been unstoppable. I just got to lean toward the 49ers way. I know it's in Seattle, but it's the 49ers. They're a very good team. They have a lot to play for, and the NFC West is on the line. This is a big game that's going to decide who's going to win the division probably, and I'm giving it to the 49ers. Then we have Friday. We have one game on Friday. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Prime. It's at 3 p.m. We have the Dolphins playing at the Jets. We have a battle of a very good defense versus a very good offense. And I'm pretty sure they're having a new starting quarterback for the Jets. I forgot the guy's name. I forgot the dude's name. If I remember, I'll put it up on the screen. Or if I figure it out, I'll put it on the screen. But Jets are not rocking with Zach Wilson anymore. Last game was just one too many. It was the straw that broke the camel's back, pretty much. This is going to be a bad game probably for the Jets. They have to really stop the Dolphins' offense. I doubt that, at least to a high level, because the Dolphins didn't have a great game against the Raiders, but they still won. If you put up 20 points against the Jets, you're probably going to win. That's their only hope is the Jets' defense to score. Like the one time they scored the touchdown last week was set up greatly because of a special teams fake punt. So, like, their offense is just that bad. They're that bad. They need Aaron Rodgers. Then we have the 1 o'clock game starting for Sunday. Heading to the Sunday schedule. Bucks versus Colts. Who's going to watch this game? Well, not me. But the Buccaneers are just falling off completely. The Colts, I think, are 500 right now, which is kind of a surprise. Give me the Colts and get this one and get above 500 again. Gardner Minshew, the legend, will lead them to the promised land of some sort, which, if they make a wild card, that would be absurd. I doubt that, but you always can hope. Then we have a battle of 2 former Super Bowls. The Patriots versus Giants. The Super Bowls I'd like to personally forget. Battle of teams that suck. Both teams are trash this year. I just saw that Daniel Jones is going to be out 8 to 10 months officially because he's now getting the surgery for his ACL. I'm not sure why I didn't do that earlier. I'm not sure if there was a reason why, but yeah. He'll be running for training camp next year. This is just a battle of teams that aren't that good. But the Giants have better players. They're at home. I got to give them the advantage in this one. I have the Giants winning this one. Because the Patriots arguably are the worst team in football right now, with Kyler Murray being back in the Cardinals. You could legitimately argue this is the worst team in football. And it's very bad. Very, very bad. Then we have the Steelers versus Bengals. Bengals in this one have been on a roll more recent. Not roll, actually. They've not been at all. They lost to the Texans, and then they lost Joe Burrow. Also in a loss to the Ravens. So they're just getting a double whammy in that one. At home, the Steelers are just fired their offensive coordinator, Matt Canada. So that will change. People are calling for Kenny Pickett's job. These teams are going back and forth of just bad things happening. I mean, Matt Canada was a good thing to happen, but the controversy of Kenny Pickett starting is not a good thing to hear, especially for a quarterback that's in his second or third year. This is just not good. I love some Jake Browning. I really do. And just because it's Jake Browning, I'm going to say the Bengals are going to win. Just because of that. I'm a big Jake Browning fan. From Washington. Washington Huskies, I know, right? He was one of my favorite college football players. I'm not sure why, though. It was just, I was just a fan of him. So I'm going to ride with him. Then we have the Panthers versus Titans. A lot of bad 1 o'clock games. A lot of bad ones. Panthers and Titans. Give me the Titans in this one. Panthers only won 1 game this year. And I don't think that's going to change. If it's going to change, it might be against the Titans. It legitimately could be, but give me the Titans to win this one. Then you have the Jaguars versus Texans. This is actually a very good battle. Texans are 6-4. I think the Jaguars might also be 6-4. For God. But these teams are very good. It's in Houston. This could definitely decide who wins the division. I got the Jaguars winning this one, but I would not be surprised if the Texans do. I just think Trevor Lawrence will be a little bit too much for them to handle. I think they'll be able to slow down Stroud a bit. I'm not sure how Stroud's going to bounce back with 3 interceptions thrown against the Cardinals. I don't think he can do that I don't think he can have that type of performance and beat the Jags. So that might change. I think it will, but I think the Jaguars are just a better team in my opinion. Then we have the Saints versus Falcons. This is a rivalry game of their own. Saints-Falcons. Saints are leading the division. If the Falcons have any chance to get back in the race, which is the only other team in the division that have a chance to catch up to the Saints, is the Falcons. They're going to need to win this one, which honestly I think they will. I do think the Falcons will win this one. Give me the Falcons. I'm pretty sure they're having Desmond Ridder starting back again. So you can take that how you want. Both it's Taylor Heineke or Desmond Ridder. Both players aren't great, but yeah, I'm going to go with Ridder, and I got the Falcons win this one. You have the 4 o'clock games, Rams versus Cardinals. Gave me the Rams in this one. This game could be close, but the Rams giving off a win against the Seahawks is very important. I got the Rams winning this one. Then you have the Browns versus Broncos. Big matchup here for both teams, because the Browns are in the hunt for the wild card, and also is the Broncos. Both teams are. It's going to be a close, lower scoring game, I would say. Give me the Broncos the ride. They'll be above 500 for the first time in like 80 years. Broncos country, let's ride, pretty much. They'll be back. They will be back. And it's interesting with the Browns. They actually could win the division. They beat the Ravens recently, so I think it'll be the whole division. They have to be the tiebreaker, or they just went out in general. That'd be tough, but all starts here. All starts here with them. Or all continues here, I should say. Then we have the game of the week, without a doubt. Bills versus Eagles. I don't trust the Bills at all. They just don't consistently play good football. They have games that they look like world beaters, and they have games that they lose very close ones. They are the worst close scoring team in the country. I mean, in the league. They cannot win a close one. Like, at all. At all. It's just bad. That might have been my dog. Might have knocked the door, my bad. But this Eagles team is very good. This team's coming off a win against the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Yeah, this team is elite. Eagles are going to win this one. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'm not sure why I'm saying not nicknames. What is the word for like this? A saying for each team? Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm doing that, but I'm doing it. Then we have the Chiefs versus Raiders at Raiders. Raiders also have a chance for a wild card. It's gonna be tough, but they still have a chance. Give me the Raiders. Actually, no. Give me the Chiefs. Yeah, give me the Chiefs. I said that wrong. Give me the Chiefs to win this one. Then Sunday night, we have the Ravens versus Chargers. The Chargers are going to get this one random win that they have. It's probably going to be this one. They're going to get this one random win that they have this year that make you think they're going to be good, but they're not. Give me the Chargers in this one. It's going to be close. If it's a close game, it's probably not going to go in their favor. Give me the Chargers by like 10 or something. The only team they seem to beat in close games are their own divisional rivals. Anyone else they have no chance against. Then the last one you have is the Bears at Vikings. It's a very important game for the Vikings. They're keeping the chance of making the playoffs. We'll see if you can get the 10 wins. That'd be very impressive with the situation they had to start off this year. Then you have the Bears, who just suck. Give me the Vikings to win this one. So, yeah, that's my prediction for this week. Put in the comments what you feel about this, all things you want to say. And yeah, hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. Have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe, and God bless y'all.